I just was wiping my nose because I could cry.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Pharrell Williams. He's a 13-time Grammy Award-winning musician, perhaps a generation's most prolific hitmaker and an icon at the intersection of fashion and pop culture. Now he's telling his life story one Lego brick at a time in the animated biographical film Piece by Piece, set to release in theaters on October 11th. Pharrell, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's going through your head as you prepare to take on the Hot Ones gauntlet? Are you at all nervous going into this?
Certainly the amount of people that have been warning me and worried for me and prepping me. And I mean, it's been non-stop. But I think the combination of walking on the set and the absolute black darkness in here and having everything covered with like red, napkins or whatever, definitely seemed like, I'm walking into a serious situation. Can I pray first?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, and we'll start with the classic, and then you'll start over here at the handle.
Okay. My bad. I know you set me up.
So I want to start by saying that I love the movie and its unique style. And the songs, they're portrayed in a material way. They're oftentimes delivered in boxes, almost like gifts with unique shapes and unique colors. Was there any special significance to representing music as something tangible and visible?
Helping people understand the process of like synesthesia, seeing sounds and hearing colors. Illustrating it is one thing, but then also like taking it to the next level and sort of depicting it and illustrating it through Lego was another challenge, and I was very happy with the way that it ended up.
And the lore is crazy, to think about you're a teenager, you're jamming out in Chad's garage with like the likes of Timbaland, Missy Elliott, The Clips. I'm curious, back at that time in your life, were you conscious of the fact that you were surrounded by this rare talent, or did it just feel like kids having fun?
It was kids having fun, because we didn't know where it was gonna head up, where it was gonna end up. And that's the thing, like falling in love with like the process. It's not necessarily the there. It's the getting there, it's the going, it's the process, it's the journey. It's delicious, but I see what's happening.
So I thought it was cool that you featured your OG marching band in the film. Is there any early lessons that you learned from your music teacher, Mr. Sharps, that really shaped your point of view as a young percussionist?
There was loads and loads of discipline. I was one of many in the bass drum line. Being in marching band, it's all equal. If you did something that was out of turn, you would have to go over to the track and do laps. If you're a trumpet player, cool, great day at the office. If you are a tuba player, it's not fun for you, but you got to do it. You got to carry your weight. And our drums were very, very, very heavy. So we had very strong vertebrae by the time we were done with every season. When I'm focused, when something is so important to me, and the reason why I stay on it like that is because of all those years of just like full-on discipline. It's like really being in service. Smoked onion. Yeah, it's banging. Flavors is good though.
I told you, nothing to worry about. So Pusha T had an interesting quote where he talked about how as an artist, it's important to keep your ear to the streets, but that becomes challenging when you're living in the clouds. In your experience, how does success serve to fuel creativity, and in what ways can it damage inspiration?
If you win enough, you're blessed to win enough. Sometimes you can confuse the process for the success because it all feels like one thing. You do this thing, you get this result, you win. Then it starts to feel like you just want to stay there. And so you do what it takes to be successful. And so you start swinging at the wrong things. If you ignore the distractions, which usually end up being much louder than your curiosities, whether it's commercial success or financial success, you'll continue to still love what you're doing. It's just that you should always remember that the financial and or the commercial success are results. They're not the real prize. The real prize is that you get to do what you love to do every day. Oh, a knife and fork. This is what I was looking for.
So this next one is called Los Calientes, Verde.
Is that part of the effect is, for you to like use these like hot triggering words?
I think that's just my natural disposition,
Okay.
There's no plan here. Did you feel any special sense of satisfaction creating the McDonald's "I'm loving it" jingle after being fired from the restaurant 3 times as a youth? That really is like the ultimate redemption arc.
I thought it was ironic and I thought it was very funny. They brought that to us and asked us to make a song out of it. I didn't wake up one day and say, oh, I got an idea for McDonald's. Da 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 da, I'm loving it. It was more like incorporating a jingle, an idea and the concept that they had around it. And I think people think that I was like, wait a second, hold on. It's gonna be $3 or whatever it is. Fine. And I'm loving it. That's not what happened. It was more of them saying, can you make a song out of this? And we were like, yeah, sure. And I gotta say, man, it's like you walking me into something right now.
Together, though.
Yes, sir.
Together.
Okay.
All right, so this next one is called Apple Caraway here.
Okay.
This is kind of like the first sort of jump that we'll be taking.
Okay.
But you look locked in.
It was cold in here.
Right.
I'm noticing that I'm no longer cold.
And that'll be kind of the theme going forward, but you got it.
Okay.
How has your relationship with showing out changed, do you think, from the beginning of your career to now? Like, you're young, you go back to Virginia Beach, jewelry, supercars. Like, has your relationship with luxury evolved?
Yeah, I love to design it. I'm not so much about like, I'm not like a materials person in terms of like wanting those things as much. I'm grateful for what I have and I'm cool. I'm not looking for too much more than just like experience and the ability to design and do partnerships. And I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying like just designing and artistically iterating.
You crushed the first half.
Don't gas me.
You should take the wins where you can get them here.
Okay,
cool. And I'm being supportive.
Okay,
all right,
cool.
Pharrell, I'm being supportive.
Okay. All right. This is trepidatious P right now.
Well, I wouldn't know from this side of the table. It looks
Yes,
like
sir.
confident and prepared P. That's what I'm looking at right
this
here.
is super
Prepared
reserved.
P.
Super reserved. Yeah, that's banging.
You get the sweetness kind of up front, and then behind it, kind of kicks up some dust.
Reminds me of my homeboy Ja.
Oh yeah? Why does it remind you of Ja?
Cause he has a sauce called Ja Mama that's like banging, and it's giving me some of that feeling that I get sometimes when I eat his sauce.
Go.
Yeah. I know my face is probably a little dewy right now.
You and me both, all right? Shared experience through this whole thing. Can you explain the art of crate digging? Like, it's taken on more of a figurative meaning these days, but I'm curious, like, what is the approach to just like digging through old records on a treasure hunt for a golden sample?
I'm inspired by everything, well, when I say everything, I mean a range of different like sources, not just purely like records. It could just be like a funny video. I've chopped up so many things.
When we had Lorde on the show, she talked about like sampling a tiger's roar, for like her last album.
Of course. Of course Lorde said that, of course.
What stands out in your memory is like the most unique way that you've found like a custom sound for a record?
There was a man named Arlen Specter, and he was at a town hall. Somebody was really going off, and he was saying, now wait a minute. And I was like, oh, this is great. And we chopped that up and put that in this, it created this song called Lemon.
It's like a natural rhythm in the way that he said it.
Yeah. Well, no, he I kind of sound like him just now. He was, the person wasn't letting him talk. So he was just like, he was being really kind about it. But his tone and what he was saying, using that in a very different way was like, that was the fun part. Now, come on, man. She's cooking.
So reading old paper magazine interviews with you, it's almost like seeing somebody who has a crystal ball. Like, it's amazing the way that you talked about things happening in the future and they lined up, from like the way culture would intersect with fashion to the rise of Kendrick Lamar. So if you'll humor me, what I want to do is hit you with some future predictions that we've pulled from the headlines. And we'll start with Stephen Hawking once said that we have 100 years to be an interplanetary species before Earth becomes overpopulated. Do you think we'll see a colony on Mars in our lifetime?
Yes. Because I think that it's possible to terraform that planet. I think the conditions aren't too far off for them to do the work that they would need to do to make it happen.
Is there anything that excites you or maybe even scares you about what music might sound like in the future?
Creativity bifurcates. And if you were to ask somebody 15 years ago about what music is right now, what is okay to say now, they'd be surprised. What it's not okay to say right now, they'd be surprised. That's just an effect of like the evolution in humanity.
So Carl Sagan once said, one of the saddest lessons of history is this: if we've been bamboozled long enough, we tend to reject any evidence of the bamboozle. Agree or disagree?
100%. We're seeing it now. We did it already?
No, I'm kind of timing it up at the same time.
Okay. I don't know why you would want to eat like this.
No, I get it. Just no redeeming culinary qualities with this one,
This is nothing short of having a coffee mug of lava.
Yeah. Lava might even taste better.
What is the point? I feel like I just stole something and like, they know.
Yeah, like the walls are closing in. And while you battle through the bomb, what I want to do is play a quick association game, all right? I'll hit you with some iconic artists that you made big songs with, and I'm just curious the first couple of things that come to mind when you think about their process in the studio, okay?
Yes, sir.
Daft Punk.
Being in the studio with the robots is like, it's euphoric because you're around two absolute masters.
What about Beck?
He is probably one of the most eclectic people with one of the deepest mental libraries of just like all kinds of records. That guy is just like a walking almanac.
What about Nori?
He is so funny, bombastic with the energy that he wants to evoke when he's making a song. I could run around this bitch in my drawers right now. Right now. And be completely fine. And when I walked in here, I was complaining because I was like, oh man, Los Angeles, everywhere you go on the inside, it's frigid. What's this whole thing with October and it's like 40 degrees in here? The idea that anything could be hotter.
And then be
than
careful.
What?
I'm just worried because, you've been...
Oh, my eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that.
All right, cool.
I'm not doing that. I just was wiping my nose because I could cry.
Has the storm on this sauce cleared at all? is the sun starting to poke out of the clouds.
The sun's in my mouth. I can see into the future right now.
I can feel it. What do you see in the future?
Me never doing something like this again.
But I'm very thankful that you decided to at least give it a shot with me.
I know, I'm down. We're cool.
Yeah.
But regular chicken, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with regular chicken. Barbecue chicken, rotisserie chicken. France has amazing rotisserie chicken. There's good chicken. This, and I gotta say, the seasoning on all of this chicken was amazing.
And it's good, to explore and then find those limits. You know what I mean? And I am appreciative that you took it to the mat with hot sauce today with me. Are you ready to move on to the next one?
Okay. Now, what is y'all's process with people and their experiences when they go home?
Oh.
What kind of protocol do y'all have set up? What kind of, do you have your own line of?
We kind of just give you a friendly goodbye on the way out.
So you don't have any wipes and Pepto-Bismol Hot Ones edition vibes?
No, but we should get on that, right? Thanks for that one. Brainstorming opportunities.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Pharrell.
Anyone that's gonna come on the show, the asterisk that I would just tell you when you chew something, if there's any seed or anything, you swallow it. You don't chew that seed, okay? That part, you do not do.
Passing on the wisdom to future hot ones, guys.
No, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm looking out for you. Do not chew that seed. You swallowed that seed. Pause. Last dab. The last dab. Just realize I'm shaking a little bit.
All normal.
Yeah. Okay. Brother, thank you so much for this once in a lifetime experience. Because that's exactly what this is. It's once in this lifetime.
Here we go. Let's do it. Oh, boy. That's a wrap on the Wings of Death today. You've made it all the way to the end. And to close things out, I love how in this film, it almost has this jukebox musical quality where these hits that you've had over the years serve as the soundtrack as it goes chapter to chapter.
Yeah.
So to close things out, what I want to do is an association game where I call out a hot sauce that you've had today, and you connect it to the Pharrell track that you think most closely resembles that sauce. Does that sound good?
Sure.
The classic.
Front.
Ninja Napalm.
Nothing.
How about Los Calientes Verde?
That was Give It To Me.
Yes, you liked it.
No, Los Calientes Give It To Me.
And the last dab?
Is Grinding.
And I've got good news for you, Pharrell. You can take these sauces home. I know it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but I invite you to share the show and look at you taking on the Wings of Death, living to tell the tale, and now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, or this camera, let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Yes, piece by piece, go see it. Don't mind me. I'm just over here on absolute fire. Thanks. That was a culinary experience. Just so you understand,
Yeah.
dying.
But
Wings, on the 6th one, I was like,
really, yeah. But
that's banging.
But you know what's impressive is you holding that in the entire time.
Thank you.
You know? Yeah.
No, I needed to, that was the only way that I was gonna get through it. The last dab.
Camera Camera Guy Bill here for a spicy PSA. Here at Hot Ones, we love sports. Baseball! Football! Go long! Touchdown! Basketball! Heck, and even fancy horseback riding! And we know you Spice Lords are tuned in too. So the next time you need a little snack to go with your sports, make sure to make it a Hot Ones Buffalo Bonanza. Our Hot Ones Buffalo sauce is made with real butter, cayenne pepper, and even a little bit of celery. It's the perfect companion for chicken wings, dips, and all your favorite game day snacks. So don't fumble this one, and order your bottle of Hot Ones Buffalo sauce today. That's heatness.com, heatness.com, heatness.com for all your Buffalo needs.